What's up? And in today's video I'm gonna be taking you around the places, exciting places around Singapore. And make sure to subscribe to Archit Sharma Anything But Not Education. And please like and subscribe to this video. So the first place I'm gonna be taking you to is the our Passion Wave. Passion Wave is a place for boats. And now let's go and explore that place. Like I said, today we will be exploring Passion Wave. This is our first place to see. And like in my previous video, in the COVID-19 documentary, I described this place. There is one secret behind it. It's not just about eating or spending time. It's a place where we come together for water sports like kayaking and dragon boating. That's what this place is for. Let's go check it out. Period. This place, the storage of boats was closed. Now the door is open. It's available for boaters, kayakers to come back and rejoice themselves. Now it's getting better. Situation is getting better. And most of all, we have been resilient all the time. No matter what. And you see, it's all back. People are now back here. Before that, it was all shut. So remember, do you know when I had shot my COVID-19 documentary? This place was shut. It was the circuit breaker that caused it. And now it's getting better at it. Seems like this area is familiar to you from the last video I had created during the 2020 circuit breaker period. This is the area that is owned by the restaurant Kontiki. And I want to show you what it actually is from the inside. So let's go check it out. Is what it looks like from the inside. Now you can see some people are back eating their food. Now business is running back. You can see the staff there and people chatting, doing a lot of things. On the weekends, you would see a lot of crowd in this area because all people want to come to this place. Alright, this is where we're gonna stop. We completed our tour of the Passion Wave. I've described each and every place, what it used to be during the circuit breaker, and now in the present now it's different. And now I want to take you to some other special place where I shooted my second scene, which was the the area under the Shears Bridge. Has everybody forgotten that from my last video? If you have, let me know. Put it in the comments below. And best of luck if you have not seen it for yet. I hope you like it. And please do subscribe. I want you to subscribe to this channel if you like it. And I will put a link to my previous video first. Before you watch this. This is part 2 of the COVID-19 documentary. And it actually tells you about the history of the circuit breaker and what it's like now. During the circuit breaker in 2020, this place was fully empty with no people. There were no activities like yoga, cycling, and skating, and even partying. This is what the area looks like now, with some people, some action. And now we see wedding parties, birthday parties, and we even see some children playing some games like badminton. And there is one thing I want to tell you. Where I'm sitting on one of these seats. These are made out of stone. So now I want to tell you about how they came here. In 2020, when I shot the COVID-19 documentary, it was not here. So when people came, these were installed, and now they are permanently installed here. Back then they were not. So good luck to you. If you want to come here, you can chill out on these benches. So have a good day right here, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. It has been here in Tanjong and Blue Cross for a very long time. It has grown a lot, as I can see. During the circuit breaker in 2020, it was lonely because it did not have the company of people playing during and doing lots of fun stuff. Now you at least see some people. They're right over there, as you can see, those 2 blue dots and 1 red dot. These are known as the dots. And for me, it's just like this, walking around. And let's see this place in more detail. Do you see the grass? How is it? Is it tall? Is it short? Or tiny? To me, it is tiny and short. Why? Let me tell you the reason why. During the circuit breaker, this grass used to be tall, And because the grass cutting activities were shut, this grass kept on going and going and going, and nobody was there to cut it. And after some time, when the restrictions relaxed, the grass eventually became short, became completely short. Now it was because the hair cutters of this grass, also known as the grass cutters, were actively doing their job, helping the community. And do you think we shall give those workers some tips for doing those meaningful activities we have? Behind me are Singapore's most iconic stadiums: the Singapore Sports Hub and the Singapore Indoor Stadium. During the circuit breaker, they did not even have the roaring spectators cheering for a game. And now that these roaring spectators are back, there is some at least in activity going on. Recently in the Singapore Indoor Stadium, there was an event called the UFC Boxing Championship, where say all the fans of these boxers came and were cheering for them. There was also an event which I don't remember in the Singapore Sports Hub, and people were cheering as well. So now you know that before the circuit breaker there were no roaring spectators, and now there are. And this is because the hard work of the Singapore government and how people were resilient during the circuit breaker. And I could hear a lot of the stuff. I could hear the news from the government, and the community, they wanted me to make a COVID-19 documentary in 2020. And now I'm telling you the story behind this. And this is part 2. Do you know where I am? I'm at a gym where you could exercise a lot. And this is the brand new gym that was built in 2019. And during the circuit breaker, it was closed, because nobody was allowed to get out. And I decided to talk about the closure of this gym in my early COVID-19 documentary. And today I'm going to be telling you why I have this emotion. Now that I'm back at this gym after the restrictions, I can now put in my full effort to do some exercise. So, do you want to do some exercise with me? Then, let's do this. This cricket field, this is very famous because so many children play in this area. They play cricket, they play football, they even play badminton. Right here, you can see behind me. They're playing badminton. Well, you don't need a net to play badminton, would you? You won't. Traditionally you would. But not like this. This is not so traditional badminton. What I would call it. Like the circuit breaker. There were no people in this area. As a lot of the facilities that the public would use were closed to the public. And now the restrictions are eased, so they are now able to open. They are able to, the public is able to use the facilities. And now I'm seeing a lot of people playing football and even cricket.